real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess with the mess sign, this is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stack.
Okay, G.Herbo breaks down over the loss of his best friend. So a video of G.Herbo talking about, losing his best friend and how, it hurt him very bad. He was on a podcast, actually, with the father of his best friend, and they actually grew up together. And he lost him. And we just have an audio for it. He was saying this.
I know I'm not responsible. I know I'm not responsible.
That's all I was really hoping, bro.
I'm able to sleep at night comfortably and know that it's not my fault, but I'ma still feel like it's my fault because I can't live life. Nothing I do, if I get a Grammy, an Oscar, I'ma think about my little brother, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? My life can't be complete without him. I ain't gonna lie to you. It don't feel complete. It's never gonna feel complete without him. And I've been through a lot of way too much. It still ain't making sense to me. Why he not here? It's a million other people that feel like this.
Yes, that's my point.
So I can't take it personally. It's not about me. Really it ain't about Greg. It's about the way we feel every day and trying to navigate through this. I know y'all tired of feeling like this, gang. I'm G.Herbo on cap. What the on me? You know what I'm saying? In front of the world crying. I'm that nigga for real, and I know I am.
Let it out, King.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with what you feeling, my brother. You gotta feel your feels.
And although he did say that it was not his fault, he, ended up saying that he felt like it was because, he will always tell his best friend, Lil Greg, don't go to that barbershop. Stop going there. And this is just the cause and effect of being in the hood, hanging in certain places. And he said that Lil Greg wouldn't listen to him, he wouldn't listen to him. And like I said, that is Big Greg, Lil Greg's dad, that G.Herbo sat down with. And it's a small podcast, but I think after this, it's going to actually do its thing. As it showed the emotional side of a rapper, which people tend to act like is not there. He's still a man. He's still a human, and people deal with loss different ways.
That's right.
And I applaud him for actually just being vulnerable enough. And that's his best friend's father. So I know they know each other. They have a deep connection.
That's right.
And
grief is not linear either. Like it's not like a slow progression forward toward healing. It's a zigzag.
Yeah.
It's a back and forth. One day you might be fine.
Right.
Next day you might be in tears on a podcast. That's how grief works.
Yeah, and you can literally see he's still tore up about it. You know what I'm saying? And just to shout out the Dad's podcast, it's called Daddy's Podcast.
Okay.
And it is, I believe it's out of Chicago. Next, Logic confronts his dad for being absent. Logically Speaking, he has a podcast. It's called Logically Speaking Pod, and he sat down and had a public conversation with his father. He got emotional when he confronted his dad about not being around. Play number one.
I waited every weekend and you never showed up, and you always said that you would. What is it like as a man who used a substance that would allow you to make that little boy wait forever?
The things in which, I have done in my past have come back to haunt me, okay? Because, like you say, peace, love, and positivity, right?
Yeah.
But, how can you have peace, love, and positivity if you don't have experience, strength, and hope? Because they both come together.
Yeah, that was also emotional as well because for those who don't know, Logic is biracial, and he was actually talking about his parents. So his dad is black and his mom is white. And he was saying it affected him greatly when his dad left because he suffered from, substance abuse, drug addiction, and all that. And when his father left, his mom would like say racist comments about him, call him out of his name, N-words, and stuff like that. And that actually played a part on.
I wonder if that's racist as much as it is just anger.
Anger, yeah, but if
a little bit of both,
if it makes you, say those things, because I actually said that as well. Well, she was with this man at one point, then he left, and he became a nigga, to her. But
just imagine how Logic grows up because he's
Right.
grown up on his white side, and he's probably raised to be like,
Exactly.
F that in, or F those in, because they just gonna leave you anyway. So you have to start feeling
F that particular one, because that's his daddy.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
that's his dad.
Maybe.
But he also spoke on how not giving his dad money also actually affected that as well.
When I give 10,000 here, 5,000 here of cash to somebody, and then they blow it, and then they don't got nothing.
They don't use it right.
And then they look at me like I f***ed up or I did something wrong, and then they come back and they ask me again and again and again. Now as a millionaire who has broken that cycle, made it out the hood, educated myself, and understand what it means to be self-sufficient, there is no way as a man that I could ever, as much as it hurts me to see the people that I love struggle, give them money and watch them just burn it to nothing again. So I say all that to say, Daddy, I love you with all my heart. And the only reason I ain't never given you a crazy amount of money is because I didn't want to see you blow it.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually can understand that as well. Growing up in Baltimore City with, family members that, were addicted, still are, and just people that I know. And I've seen people get money, and then I've even had money, and it's money that I won't put in certain people's hands because of that. I'll buy whatever you need for you, but giving you the money just so you can, they ain't
gonna do the right thing
do
with
things with it. It's not good. So I understand that.
And stop asking people for amounts you've never had in your life
before,
and talk about you gonna pay them back next Friday. You ain't never had this in your life, but you can all of a sudden pay me back next Friday.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
But let me ask you a question now. He breaks it down more. He talks about giving people houses and cars and things like that. But as our parents grow up and we have aunts and uncles and family members, when we're growing up, a lot of times they give us their last, right? Their last might not be how much we make now. Their last at the time might be $100, and that might be everything to them. So now we get in a position where we make a little bit more money, and now they're asking for money. Is it that bad?
But I'm saying it depends on what they're doing with it, and if you know what they're doing with it, then you buy them what they need. You know what I'm saying? You buy them things that are going to help them be in a better position.
Yeah, you can't go broke taking care of other people.
No,
because their asks are different. They go online and Google net worths and all kind of stuff and think that's what people actually hold it on to in liquid, and that's what they be asking for crazy amounts that'll make you go broke. Like the way Logic broke it down just now is absolutely right. I buy all of these people houses. That's like $5 million in houses, and I got to pay the bills, and I got to take care of your mortgages and all that. No, like, I'm gonna give you my last. Meaning, I'm gonna give you the last thing that you gave me. Okay. All right.
You gave me $22. I'm gonna give you $22 back.
You can't be ridiculous with it. But you know why those black men are able to be vulnerable like that? Well,
when you look at Logic as black, I'm proud of you.
Black man and a half a black man. Because they have both done the work on themselves. Okay. Logic is in therapy. G.Herbo is in therapy. G.Herbo's been a guest at the Mental Wealth Expo. I do it every year. So those brothers have done the work on themselves, and there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself.
And that's exactly why I chose both of these stories to report in the last hour, just to cater to the fact that men are still human and they handle things differently, and they need to be uplifted and encouraged as well. Before I get out of here, I saw something different. Yesterday, I saw something interesting. Jahiem is back. Remember, we Jahiem fans have gone years without hearing from him. And then I remember there was a meme circulating when we saw him. He was like bald. He wasn't looking good or whatever. And they played a joke. It was a joke or whatever, a laughing matter, when they was like, this is what happens when you put that woman first or something like that.
Yep.
And some people saying he was struggling with addiction and all of that. And he just resurfaced on the net. He looks great. His skin looks good. His hair is curly, like it's growing back and everything. And he sounds great. He sounds... His age, his voice and with his age.
You love OG R&B
I
singers.
really do, I swear.
Like you love OG R&B.
And he looks good, so hopefully he will be booked in the future and everything. It was announced, I don't know if it was true or not, but it's announced that he's joining Keisha Cole and Trey Songz for a couple shows.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. So that would be dope.
Shout out to Jahiem.
And also,
what Tank doing? What Genuine doing?
I don't know what's up with them.
Oh.
They not in the news today.
Oh.
R&B Money is the last thing I heard from Tank.
R&B Money podcast. That's
and
right.
Jahiem was trying and then Genuine was trying to dance and all of that on stage. But like I said, again, men are.
It's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable.
Invest in your mental wealth.
And it's okay, and everybody is human. Jahiem,
That's right.
I'm sure he didn't like saying that stuff about himself. And I even shared the meme a couple times, but I'm sure he didn't like saying those things. And then when you look at where he is now, it's like, dang, he just like my uncle. He just like a person without money. He's just in the limelight. So just go a little easy on people.
What?
All right.
The hell did you
Shout
just
out
say?
to Jahiem.
Yeah, because my uncle can sing too, but he was on drugs before.
All right.
No, because they said
just hilarious, man.
All right. That's just with the mess.
Baltimore people are crazy for real. I'm saying when they go rogue.
But they say they just don't stop. They just go rogue.
No, I thought.
But is she really being sincere? But it still sounds like a diss.
Oh my gosh.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.